Don't underestimate the power that's in your mouth right now. Your words are not just sounds, they are seeds, and every seed has the potential to shape your future. Proverbs 18:21 tells us, "The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit." That means every time you speak, you're planting something. You're either planting life or you're planting death. You're either speaking victory or you're speaking defeat. You're either building something or you're breaking something. God didn't form the world with his hands, he formed it with his words. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. If he created the universe with his voice, imagine what he can create through your voice when you align your words with his truth. Words create, words build, words shift the atmosphere. And yes, words can destroy. Some people are living today in the ruins of things they said over themselves years ago. "I'm not good enough. Nothing ever works out for me. I'll never get through this." Those aren't just thoughts. They're spoken agreements, verbal contracts, signed with your own tongue. And heaven takes notice. You are not powerless. You are not stuck. You have the authority to speak life, to bless what looks broken, to call healing into places that hurt, to declare peace in the middle of chaos. Let the weak say, "I am strong." That's not denial. That's declaration. That's faith speaking what it sees before it sees it. Look at Joshua. When Moses died, Joshua was thrust into leadership. He had every reason to shrink back. He had every reason to say, "I can't do this. I'm not Moses. I'm not ready." But God said to him, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." And Joshua didn't just think those words, he spoke them. He walked in them. Before the walls of Jericho ever fell, Joshua had already spoken victory over the battle. Before the trumpet blasted, before the shout was made, he had spoken what God promised. And the walls, they obeyed. You've got walls in your life. Walls of fear, walls of disappointment, walls of discouragement. But God didn't tell you to knock them down with your hands. He said, speak to them, shout to them, declare his promise over them. Start saying what God says, not what you see. You may see lack, but God says, I will supply all your needs. You may see sickness, but God says, by his wounds you have been healed. You may see weakness, but God says, my power is made perfect in your weakness. Speak it, even when you don't feel it. Speak it, even when it looks impossible. Speak it until what you say becomes what you see. You're not just echoing hope, you're creating your future. Every declaration of faith is a hammer striking against the chains trying to hold you back. Every time you choose to speak life, you're breaking cycles. You're shifting generations. You're preparing miracles. The enemy doesn't fear your thoughts, but he trembles at your voice when it's filled with truth. That's why he's tried to silence you with shame, weariness, and insecurity. But not today. Today, your voice gets its power back. Stop rehearsing the worst. Stop repeating what the enemy said about you. Don't give life to the lie. Speak what heaven is saying. Speak life over your mind, life over your marriage, life over your future, life over your children, life over your finances. God didn't bring you this far to be silent now. There's still too much ahead of you. Too much he's placed inside of you. So, open your mouth, stir up your faith, and declare what God already promised. The Sovereign Lord has given me a well-instructed tongue to know the word that sustains the weary. That's you. Your words can sustain. Your words can lift. Your words can revive what's been sleeping. Speak life, not because everything looks good, but because God is good. Not because you feel strong, but because he is strong in you. The same God who spoke the stars into place lives inside of you, and he's waiting on your agreement. You've been quiet too long. It's time to speak. Speak to the mountain. Speak to the storm. Speak to your soul. Speak to your dreams. And when you do, don't whisper it. Don't second-guess it. Say it like it's already done. Say it like heaven is listening, because it is. Say it like the earth is responding, because it will. Speak life, and watch everything begin to change.